What's up, everybody? Ogadi Top is in the building. Happy New Week to everybody. Burale story. We've seen what has been happening, and people are saying a lot of different things, and people have a lot of different reactions to it. And now I want to look at it this way. There's a couple of lessons that we pick up from this story because I would identify more with it because I've been in similar situations that your image is put in the public domain in a different light. And no matter what you do, a certain narrative has already been driven. Okay. And sometimes some things that we put on the public domain are things that we can get to sort off the public. But now when you bring it to the public, now it becomes public interest story. And then now the court of public opinion comes in and everybody now has a conclusion about a certain person. Like, for example, that story, there are people who are on Burale's side, there are people who are on Rozinah's side. However, this is what I've learned from my similar situations that have come on the public domain. Number one, it shall come to pass. Yeah, so it shall come to pass. Time will heal anything. Whatever scandal it is, how big it is, time just comes and somehow it'll just, Yeah, so time is what is needed for both parties. So it shall come to pass. That is one. Number two, the public does not care about the truth. The public cares about who is saying the story and who they like in the story. So if they like the person saying the story, then it's true. If they don't like the person saying the story, it is a lie. If they like the person the story is being said about, it is a lie. If they don't like the person the story is being said about, it is true. The public does not care. Them, they're ready, and the public thrives in downfall. That is their celebration. Like when they see negative news, it spreads like wildfire and everybody is like, yo, how could he? How could she? How? They never sit down and say, wait a minute, is this factually proven? Amanini is hearsay. Uyu amesema, boom, boom, everybody buys in it. So the public does not really care about the truth. Another thing that I've learned is the silence is golden. Because if Burale was to speak now, a lot of things will happen. Okay, but I know he's a big guy. He's been in situations. He knows better. If he is to speak now, things will shift, And if he comes probably with his truth or his side of the story, they'll say the way he's insensitive, he does not care about whatever, like either way you're doomed. Doomed if you do, doomed if you don't. So silence is golden, keep quiet, and like many men will do, they always keep quiet and they get called names and given whatever identities and everything, and public takes it like that, and yeah, you die inside you like a man, you see. So silence is golden. Sometimes it doesn't serve the purpose, but most of the time it spares the other party. And that's the sacrifice that we men have to make sometimes. Okay. So that part I've also learned the hard way. Another thing that I've learned is story ya watu wawili wenye wamejifunika blanketi moja ukiingilia na kwangani noma. The two of them know the truth. Okay. They know the truth. They know what's a lie. Now everybody has their own agenda and objective, whatever it is, you see. So, that part as well. Story ya watu wawili so ni ngumu sana. Mimi siwezi sema, oh, Burale ako right, siwezi sema Rozinah ako right, nani ako wrong. No. Not my part to say. Is their story. They know the truth about it. Another thing, your wife's family is not your friend. Yeah. At this easy. Now this is for every other married person. Because now your brothers, your wife's brothers are coming to your house. They're calling you Mukwasi, ama shenje, ama shemeji, ama whatever. Unawalipia school fees, unafanya nini. You're providing for your wife and their family. Do your parents like you? No. Your wife's family is not your friend. When shit hits the fan, they'll throw you under the bus. Wanakuangalianga tu vitu zinafanyika, wanakwambia, oh, tumewacha nini. No. Your blood is thicker than water. That's not your blood. Your blood is your kids. Your wife's family is not your blood. Okay. And they're not your friends. Okay, it's your wife's family. Just put it there. They're your in-laws. Boom. Respect it at that. You know where, buddy? Forget about that one. And finally, you're going to come out stronger. This is for any other person that's going through any other situation. Because once you've hit rock bottom, there's nowhere else to go. Like, once the story is out there, there's nothing else that can be done, you know. The only thing that can be done now, they can keep saying the same thing over and over and over and over. Yani msiasha unleash ma magazine zake zote. So you have the power now. Because now the power is with you. Am I gonna also unleash my magazines? Am I gonna... Yeah, so... Wanasemanga strength is knowing the amount of damage you can cause and then choose to keep quiet and walk away. Yeah. So eventually it heals. You come out stronger. You know better. And like I always say, most of our pasts are very bad. Yeah, even you watching this, there's a lot of things we did in our past, whether you're in high school, you're in campus, you're in your first job, second job, whatever it is. We have a few wrong decisions we made along the way. And that is what defines our present. We are defined with our past. You're like, ooh, let me do better. And we strive to do so. The only people who are to blame are the people who don't try to be better currently based on their past. They're just like, that's my past, but still, I'm still rocking, you know. So if you're trying to do better, you're trying to be better. Yep, good stuff. Let's see how it's going to go. You're going to come out stronger eventually. And then let the Lord's will be done. That is what I will say. Eventually, what is supposed to happen, happens. And everything happens for a reason. There's a reason why this happened. There's a reason why Mwakideus had Burale for the interview. Then Mwakideus called the sister. And there's a reason why the story has gone that direction. There's always a reason of everything. Nothing in this world happens by chance. There's even a reason why I'm doing this video. There's a way just God knew. He was like, he was going to do this video, and this video is going to elicit such reactions in the comment section that people are going to be disrespectful to me, that people are going to be disrespectful to Burale or to Rozinah or to Mwakideu. It serves the purpose. Trust me. It's a universal lining. Have a beautiful day. I hope I've spoken about something. Yeah, think about it.
Dadangu Rozinah Mwakideu.
Why?
Ulimwacha kwa nini?
Actually, yeah, let me just say it. This is my former brother-in-law. I was married to his sister.
Yes.
I think it's just that sometimes two good people just didn't work out.
Yako haikuwa violence.
There was no violence in my marriage.
Haikuwa cheating.
There was no infidelity in my marriage. I know, right?
Robert Burale.
Yes, sir.
Haikuwa violence.
There was no violence. There was no infidelity. Yeah. To be honest.
What is this other reason that you want to give the world and tell the world there's this other thing here?
The biggest mistake that I ever made in my life is marrying Robert Burale. I know why.
Okay. The biggest angoa.
My biggest mistake in life is marrying Robert Burale.
Really?
Nasiko baya.
Really?
Yes. And the darkest period in my life was when I was with Robert Burale.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
And, yes. And by the way, sisemi ati nini, like that was how it happened. I have grown. I have healed again. I must insist. I have moved on. And I thank God for that. Lakini mpaka wa leo, nikiwa nimefika 50 years last month.
Yeah.
My biggest mistake in life was marrying Robert Burale. And that was the darkest period in my life.
50.
Yani jinsia ni moja. Yenye unaona pale, mimi nasema ile video moja ndio ilikuwa ni campaign. On.
All right.
Lakini hizo
sababu video ilikuwa na shughuli kabisa, full shughuli.
My friend, for the first time in my life, even me, I saw that I had never seen anywhere. Na hadi sasa sijaiona tena because nitaenda kutafuta hiyo kuona wapi kwa nini.
Full shughuli.
Yes.
Ya wanaume wawili.
Yes. So mimi kuelewa kwangu nikasema okay, hata hii tukiongea tukileta vita, lakini nikasema pengine okay, I don't know, maybe it's just it has landed there for I don't know why. I don't know. But I was like, okay, so then if it's not, then get rid of it.
Itoe sasa.
Itoe usi nini? Haikuwa itolewa by the way. Ujue hivyo.
Ulikuja ukaiona tena bado iko.
Mimi nilikuwa na passwords nakwambia. Na nilikuwa naiona tu bado pale.
Okay.